What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? We are here tonight. We are here tonight to do a $2 mini. I got my guy Greg here with me. But guess what? This is Drafters After Dark. This is a sports affiliation production, and we are here to draft. What's up, Greg?
Hey, I'm just coming out of a food coma. I, uh, I'm in a group on Twitter with people that are going to be doing the live draft in Houston on Saturday. And I got to tell you, we had mentioned somebody in that group had mentioned what's supposed to be a world famous barbecue place. And another guy says, you're going to be disappointed. And they run out of meat and they're rude and it's just not that good. If you want to go to good barbecue, go to a place in Old Town Spring, which is where I live, but it was closed today, or the Tejas Chocolates and Barbecue in Tomball. So I took my wife, my daughter, and her boyfriend over there. Expensive, but man, that meat was so good. Wasn't thrilled with the chocolates, overpriced, dark chocolate, not worth $5 for one little ball. I mean, that's basic. It was less than half. Those mini Snickers. It was
Yeah,
less than a mini Snicker, and it was $5. So what
that's
thrilled with
crazy.
that?
So y'all are going to hear in the background, it is 4th of July. It is, they are where I live at. I live north of Minneapolis, like pretty close to the city, and they shoot fireworks off. I mean, I guess you don't know if it's fireworks, if it's gunshots, but I think it's fireworks tonight. But and it's crazy because it's not legal here in Minnesota to shoot fireworks, so they're doing it anyways. They've been doing it all night last night. They're doing it all night tonight. But so y'all will be definitely hearing that in the background. I'm gonna throw a little music on. Yeah, I went to lunch today earlier too, and yeah, you were telling me about chocolate. I went to a friend's house and they just made some really good burgers and brats. And then like she's like brought out dessert. She's like, "Oh, I made homemade ice cream today." I'm like, "You made what? You made homemade ice cream today?" She's like, "We got pralines and we got hot fudge. Which one would you like?" And I was like, "Can I have both?"
Yeah, no, give me the hot fudge.
Oh, it was good. It was definitely good. So we are queued up in the $2 mini right now. We are waiting for it to fill. Let's see here. I think it went down, Greg. 1, 2, 3, 4,
It did.
5, 6. So yeah, well, there are what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 6 spots in here. I mean, we could back out and go into the $15 one if you wanted to, and then there would be just one spot.
I don't have a whole lot of money, and I promised I would go on.
Oh yeah, it's starting to fill now. Oh, we're filling now. We'll fill. We'll fill. So we can talk about. So I did a tee last night. I was up late. I did some golf ones. Let's see.
You've been killing it in golf.
Yeah, I jumped into it. So those were like a 1 versus 3-person draft. I hopped into like one of the big like GPP, which is basically what we're doing right now. It's a big tournament play, and I hopped into that. And I guess I'm not doing too bad. I got 3 of them. The one I drafted last night and I posted was my worst one, but the one I got, the best one I did was the one that I set my alarm for like 6 a.m. to draft right before it started.
Yeah.
And right now I'm in 7th place out of 148. So
that's in the money, right?
Yeah, that's $20 right there, and then I think I have another one that's at 35th place, and that's for $10. So we'll see how that ends. And then I did another, like last night I did, let's see, live. Oh, not live, upcoming. History.
I had my earbuds on in the other room, so I didn't disturb anybody. And then I couldn't get into the StreamYard on my iPhone. They said I had to download Safari. I tried that. That didn't work. So I ran into the guest room and I'm on the laptop. So I kicked Paula and Ryan out. We're not full yet, right?
We are not full yet. We are not full yet. Oh, I think I did a $2 one last night. This is the one I did last night. So I went with I don't know why they don't let you see it like a little bit dark.
There's 8 of 12 on my sheet. Says 8 of 12. Oh, that's slow draft. Fast draft is 6 of 12.
Yeah, we're still at 6.
Come on,
One,
Bayou, jump in. It's
4,
only
5.
$2. Come
We're at
on,
1,
draft
2,
energy.
3, 4, 5, 6. We're at 7 right now. We need 5 more spots. Let me see. All right, so last night I did one. Like I said, I did one at like midnight.
Did it fill up?
What, last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did one last night, and let's see. Let's go to that team. So that team, I went with a stack for Kansas City. I ended up getting Travis Kelce. Let's see. I wish it would show like your. Let's see. It doesn't really show your team. It just shows. Okay. I wish it would show you like your. I guess there is no starters. It's best ball.
That's up to 9 now.
All right. So I went with Patrick Mahomes. I got Travis Kelce, and then I went with a bully tight end method here. I went Travis Kelce and Kyle Pitts. I wanted to see how that would work.
That works great if you're in Scott Fishbowl, but not so much if you're in drafters.
Hey, just like last year's winner actually had 4 tight ends. So
yeah, but how many of them did he play each week?
I don't know. I mean, if it ends up happening, where Kyle Pitts actually does take off and he has that year like he did in year 1, it'll end up being a good play.
Okay.
But I mean,
I'm expecting him to have a better year than year 1 because I don't think he got a single touchdown year 1.
No,
he had 1,000 yards, but he didn't get any score.
I thought he had 1. I think because I think every single year he went up by 1. So I think he had
maybe.
I thought he had 2, and I think year 3 he had 3.
Well, can you imagine 1,000 yards, maybe 100 catches?
Yeah, 7 touchdowns.
And 7 touchdowns.
Yeah. That would be pretty absolutely
awesome.
Bonkers.
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
All right, we're getting close now. We got 2 more spots left. Let's get this filled. Cheers to everybody. I'm doing the most American thing ever and drinking a Mexican lager. So
Mexican. Oh, JC. I saw that you're going to be at the live draft in Minneapolis, so I was thinking, I could fly up and surprise him. Then I remembered, that's next week. I'm going up to Dallas to see Bob Harris. Sorry, JC.
Yeah.
My wife and I are going to Dallas next weekend.
Are you going to? Do you have a draft this weekend too?
I've got my draft this weekend in Houston, and then Janie and I are going to drive up to. We've never been to Dallas, so we're just going to check the city out, and then I'm going to go spend some time with Bob at the live draft in Dallas.
Oh, okay. So Disco was in here telling me you can view it if you go to the draft and click on your team.
I don't know how to go to the draft.
So I think we got 1 spot left here. Let me know when it fills. I'm gonna try that. I want to see.
Hey, we will more than make our money back if we finish in the top 3,001 to 1,100. I don't know. I can't read it. 3,000. If we finish in the top 11,000, I guess 11,168. Oh, how did you get to the draft? Oh, draft now. I'm there.
All right,
cool. What's my draft pick?
Let me get in here real quick.
Let's see. Okay, I am at pick 8. I am ready. I didn't see where you were, JC.
Yeah,
you're pick 3.
I'm trying to get in here. Let me see real quick.
You're going to miss your pick if you don't get in quick.
Yeah, how do I get in here?
I got a thing that popped up on my screen that said, "Are you ready to draft?" And I clicked on it.
Yeah, I should be able to just go to my upcoming, click on it.
You got 1 minute to get in and say you're ready to draft. 5 of us had said that we are.
What?
Log in.
Log in.
Log in quick.
This is crazy.
45 seconds.
Gotta love that.
Only 5 people out of the 12 have said they're ready to draft. You said go to the lobby. Disco said
I'm
go to
in
the
now.
lobby.
I'm in
Okay.
now.
And then
I had
click
to,
on
I don't
your
know
team.
why it made me have to sign in again. I think when I went to my draft and it like
Click
booted
on
me to
your
a different
team real
role.
quick. Oh, no. Down on the bottom, see where it says I am ready to draft? In the middle of the chart. There you go.
I don't know if that really does anything.
It
I
says
wonder if
6
you
out
get.
of 12 teams are
I wonder if
sitting.
it. I wonder if it takes.
Oh, the
Dang,
draft
Jamal
started.
Chase first. Who's in? Who's all in here?
The draft started.
Yeah, I'm on. I got it.
Yeah. You're up
I
in
got it
20
up.
seconds. Yeah.
What's up, TJ? I love Disco, man. He's always in here trying to help me out, and I tell newer.
James Steele's in too, I think. We had quite a few
Oh,
in
man.
here. Scampers, Mr. Scampers is in. Bayou Bingo, James Seal, Duarte, 5656, Albert, Marroquin. Hope I pronounced that right, Albert. Yeah, good crowd today.
Yeah, appreciate everyone coming to hang out with us tonight. We're at 54 live viewers right now. Hop over to YouTube. If you're over on Twitter, appreciate the views on Twitter. And go like and subscribe to us on Twitter. But absolutely would help us if you hop over to YouTube. Jump over to YouTube. Just give us a like, give subscribe. Doesn't cost anything. It's free. Helps us with the viewership on YouTube. But yeah, we're growing and growing every day. We're up over 300 now, and yeah, we definitely appreciate that. Yeah, man, literally, I could walk out my door and look down the street or look up, and there'll be fireworks. Last night. There was actually like an extravaganza. Like when you go to a fireworks show and they'll shoot off a couple at a time, and then at the very end they shoot off like 100. Yeah, they definitely did it just like that here in the streets.
Nobody's drafting quarterbacks. This is definitely not a Scott Fishbowl draft.
No. And I know a bunch of people were asking. I was watching Bayou's stream. And make sure you guys go like and subscribe. Get subscribed to Bayou Bango. Get subscribed to Disco, Big Draft Energy. And I know Sleazeball as well, Sleaze. But yeah, I was listening to Bayou's and he was talking about, the people were asking about Scott Fish. So Scott Fish Bowl, if anybody doesn't know what it's all about, it's a massive charity league. It's kind of, this is year 14. And it kind of started off and they were getting people rolling and it's grown and grown and grown every year. And it's a huge charity league and they do a lot for Toys for Tots. Last year they had, if you can go check it out on Scott Fish's page on Twitter, but they had truckloads of like toys that they were getting for kids, which is absolutely amazing.
Duarte, who's in the chat, is drafting with us, by the way.
Yes, let's go, Duarte.
He did. He took Brees Hall. I took Bijan with my first pick.
See, I don't have any exposure to Bijan yet this year, so I'm hoping I can get a later pick so I can actually get some exposure to him. Brees Hall is probably I think that Brees Hall has a better chance to be the number one over Bijan, but
I think Jonathan Taylor has a better chance. But the problem is I can get Jonathan Taylor in the second.
Oh, for sure. So let's see here.
I like a Bijan JT. I like a Bijan JT start. I do.
RTW here must be listening to a lot of Big Draft Energy's podcast because, Jamar Chase over everything.
Yeah. Well, I like Jamar Chase as the top wide receiver. I really do. And there goes Jonathan Taylor. Oh,
you talk about them and they go off the board. That's what
they
happens.
do. They do.
Poking into existence.
But it's okay. I got a wide receiver I want, and I think I'm going to get him. I could get Jamar Gibbs too, but I like the wide receiver slightly better.
And he's gone.
I didn't want him. I wanted Debo because I think if Brandon Ayuk goes, Debo goes off as long as he can stay on the field.
I think it's a good pick regardless because Debo's like that, he's got all these tricks up his sleeve. They use him for everything, so it's kind of nice to have that. He can do everything.
Yeah.
I'm looking down here and
I got a long wait for my next one. So, James, thank you. We appreciate you being here to support. And you guys, if you want to get into the Scott Fish Bowl, they're running a bunch of these leagues that are kind of challenge leagues. And if you finish in the top, I think 500, you automatically get in next year. So I'll try to find that and post it on Twitter. But it's if you just search on Twitter for pounds SFB, you'll find all kinds of posts about it. You just get in one of those leagues. But remember, it's for charity. It's really for charity.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have fun with it. I mean, obviously, you got to think of it like a GPP, like a big tournament, type thing.
Yeah.
And just go at it and have some fun with it. The rules are absolutely crazy. So
Oh, you think these rules are crazy? They did some what they call fantasy cares elimination leagues.
Yeah,
those rules are insane. You get
that's
positive points for interceptions.
Yeah, that's why I drafted Dak Prescott.
I think I went with the rookie quarterback, but I don't remember. I've got 3 of them.
Let's see here. Do I
But
want to
they're
go?
for fun, and it's for charity, and it's for the kids. Last year, Scott Fish raised $286,000. And when JC is talking about, does that mean? No, it's not. It's you. Good. When JC was talking about truckloads of toys, 286,000 goes a long way. This year, his goal is 500,000. And whether you get in the league or not, go to fantasycares.org and donate. It's a worthy cause. It really is. And if you're going to do that, find Iggy, IDP_Iggy, and donate for Kawasaki disease too, because that's near and dear to his heart.
Yeah, I told Iggy, I said, I mean, even if he wants to, we could ask one of the leagues. I said it would be sweet. Maybe we can do it next year, but we can make one of the leagues just be like, we'll say, hey, do you want to be in a live draft league where we're going to do it live on the air and we'll draft and do donations for it? So like during the show, we can, get more donations for the Kawasaki Disease Foundation and, raise. And a lot of the stuff, the crazy thing is like, so what Iggy does is you donate to Iggy has he's trying to build a foundation right now to basically, so he can start doing the charity stuff, because what they do with a lot of the money is they donate a lot of it, and then the rest of it they use to make flyers, and they send them to different hospitals so that basically there's awareness, so that I don't know if you know like those flyers that they have like when you're in the waiting room, like those stuff that are most likely they're donated by somebody or a foundation, like they have to be paid for and made, and if nobody's doing it right. So that's what they kind of do. They get these things made up and they send them out to different clinics so that they have them in their hospital. So that's a big thing that they do with the money. And then the rest goes to charity, which is really cool what they're doing.
For those that don't know, Scott Fish is international. They're having live drafts in Lithuania, in Sao Paulo, Brazil, in Mexico, in London, and I'm sure there are more that I've forgotten, plus all across the U.S. So it's all good. And am I going to get it? Come on, Marty. 15 seconds. I might get what I wanted.
Thank Dell. I like that pick.
Oh, yeah, but look at this. Did you see my last pick? I got a stack, baby.
That's a stack. I like it. That's going to be a fun stack. Kincaid as the third quarter or wide or tight end off the board.
Yeah. Now, I could have gone Kelsey and Mahomes, but I don't know. Josh Allen just seems to score no matter what.
Man, I'm going to tell you right now, I think Travis Kelce is my number 1 quarterback.
Number 1 tight end, you mean?
Oh, sorry, Patrick Mahomes. I don't mean.
Yeah, I like Mahomes. And in this league, you're not. The thing about Scott Fish, they've really degraded the passing yards. Instead of a point for every 25 yards, it's a point for every 50. So you're just, 200 yards gets you 4 points. So
I'll go Lamar. I'm going to go Lamar Jackson.
It's a good pick. He's got the rushing upside for sure.
No, every year I pick Lamar.
You can turn around and get Mark Edwards.
I just think that last time I had that stack, that was in Iggy's league, and then they both got hurt right when I needed them to be good, and it really affected me. I'm in the playoffs. Yes, both guys go down. You're like, oh shit.
I'm in a dynasty league, and we're not really kicking it off yet, but I made a trade. Guy wanted Jalen Hurts, And
Oh,
go
sweet.
ahead, you got to pick. But he wanted Jalen Hurts, and he had Pat Mahomes, and so I offered him Hurts and Ramondre Stevenson and Puka Nakua uh, for Mahomes and let's see, I already had Kelsey, Mahomes and Travis Etienne and Christian Watson from Green Bay. And I know you like Watson, so
I don't
I
like
think I
Watson.
did
That's
okay.
not me. It
You
ain't
don't
me.
like Watson?
No, I don't. I think that his injuries have hindered him. I don't think he's as explosive as he once was. I think that Dobbs is the established one. I think that Jaden Reed showed a lot of explosiveness in year one, and I think that in year two he's going to show out a little bit more. I think that Dontavian Wicks showed out enough to basically when somebody stepped out or got injured, Dontavian Wicks showed up and scored touchdowns. So I think he's kind of the established three, and I think Christian Watson's kind of like that. He might be like that Mike Williams, like who is that guy that was on the Texans, who was just always that guy who was like that big run guy, Will Fuller. I think that's Christian Watson. I think he's like that. He's perfect for best ball. Like he'll have like 3, maybe 4 huge games. Like that's what the year, like his first year when he did really well, he didn't do well until like week 7. And like that's what really helps you like and get to the playoffs. He was like that guy who came in and he just all of a sudden was like boom, and it just rocketed you into the playoffs. It was, and then like last year he was all hurt, banged up. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I think Watson, when healthy, is the clear starter there. So he's my pick for Green Bay's top receiver this year.
Disco said he don't like Watson either.
Well, that just proves that I made a good
one half 16% stronger than the other. That's why it's always holding him out.
Well, the guy I traded with had A.J. Brown, so he got a nice stack out of it.
Oh, who Hames? What's up, yo? Appreciate everyone coming hang out. Like I said, like and subscribe. Hop over to the YouTube if you can, at the Sports Affiliation on YouTube. We're trying to grow the channel as much as we can. You know, as closer we get to the season, a lot more things coming once we get to the season. You know, we Thursdays is going to be locked down for TSA. I mean, I think there's going to be at least once a month on Thursdays. There's going to be 4 shows on Thursdays, but every other day is going to be 3 shows on Thursdays. We got Fridays locked. Oh, like I said, Thursdays are, you know, we obviously we're gonna have Iggy has his Sup Home Slice, was like a betting show, and then we got Greg and Tip on Thursday Checkdown. And you know, during the season, it's a lot of stat stuff, a lot of stuff with, you know, fantasy football, comparing players, finding players that are, you know, could be busts for the week, guys that could be, you know, explosive coming off of your benches. Like it's a really fun show, and then we roll into a watch party and watch the game. So it Thursdays are crazy. I don't really love running backs here now either. It's just
not a lot left, are there?
No, and I don't really like Roma Dunze, Xavier Worthy. Like you like Christian Watson, but I think I like somebody over him. I think I might just go. I don't know if I like this pick either, but I'm going to go Alvin Kamara.
He got 100 receptions, right, last year?
I think this is going to be his last year. I think you're going to start seeing Kendra Miller maybe take over. I don't know yet, but I mean, Alvin Kamara, man, he is so explosive. I just hope that he just has it still.
Yeah, I understand.
I like the David Montgomery pick. He's another guy that I was looking at there.
He's going to get touches.
He gets a lot of touches. All right, so I'm going to go somebody that I really like. I think Brian Thomas is going to be somebody that gets an opportunity, and having him as my 4th wide receiver. I mean, there are so many touches that are available, or, you know, pass or targets that are available now that Christian or that Calvin Ridley is gone. There's a lot of open targets. I've been high on Brian Thomas. Hey, Disco, appreciate you coming on. Make sure you all go subscribe to Big Draft Energy. Go hop on his YouTube page as well, because he does a stream every single
Weekday.
Weekday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So check him out. He's doing drafters every day, and Bayou too. He's going to be doing like 2 streams a day and nonstop. He's going to be doing them tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Keep going. Like, he's going to be rolling. He's trying to build that algorithm, he's almost at 1,000 subscribers. So go help him out too.
Oh yeah. And Sleazeball too.
Yeah. Sleaze is on vacation. I think he's in South Dakota with his, I think he's at his wife's.
So I am the first to double up quarterbacks. This is not a super flex, but it is a best ball. And normally I wouldn't touch Kyler Murray with a 12-foot pole, but that kid, he can go off for big games. He can deliver big games.
I think this year is going to be a big year for him.
Well, I hope so.
He's got a lot of weapons. He has got a lot of weapons.
Do you think Marvin Harrison Jr. is all that he's hyped up to be, or do you think he's going to take a year?
I don't think he's going to take a year. So I can't remember who. I think Sleaze posted something. I think it was about, Trey McBride, maybe Marvin Harrison. I don't think, maybe it wasn't him. I can't remember who it was, but somebody was talking about. I said, you need to go back and you need to look at you need to look exactly what Kyler Murray did when he had an elite receiver to throw to. When DeAndre Hopkins and him were both healthy at the same time, DeAndre Hopkins had 160 targets.
So I want to say that Legs, you're a dang sniper. You took my Zamir White pick. I had him queued up and ready. Now I got to go rebuild my queue.
No, we're at booth 14. So I don't know if you did go last year, it'd be the same booth. Oh, maybe it wasn't last year. Yeah, it was last year. Last year it was the same booth that who's the one who's doing your ring this year?
Oops, I got out of the thing. Now I got to find. There, is this it? Yeah, I'm 12. I got back in.
Who built your ring? Who built your ring for your league this year?
Me?
Yeah.
Trophy Smack. I went to Trophy Smack. I haven't got it yet. Hopefully it'll come in the mail this weekend so I can send it off to the winner. But it was, I think, $59. And I talked to a guy that works for Trophy Smack, and he gave me a discount, like a 15% discount, I think. And I added a $25 box, which I won't do in the future, but it's a presentation box. So I'll take a picture when I get it, and then I'll mail it off to the FF Formula. Was the winner of the Beta Hall of Famer League last year. And you got a picture of somewhat what the ring looks like. You just didn't have the text on it.
Yeah, so that's where Trophy Smack was last year. Booth 14, that's where we are going to be. So where Trophy Smack was last year, it's literally... Why does it keep doing this? Keep saying I need to refresh the draft. But, yeah... Maybe it's because all these fireworks are getting shot off. It's like messing with the stream. But yeah, booth 14, that's where we're going to be at. So basically, when you walk in, you'll probably see Tyler's booth there, Fantasy Football Advice Network, because they're hosting, or they're the people who are sponsoring. Let me see here. Man, I should have took running backs there. I thought about it. I do not like who is left. Now I'm not liking my team because I don't like the running backs. I have a lot of receivers.
See, and I don't have very many receivers, but I think you can find receivers late.
I guess I'll go Tony Pollard. Oof, don't like it. So yeah, basically when you come in, it's inside the stadium or inside the dome where they got the turf field at. But basically you'll walk to the back. And you'll walk in, and as soon as you walk in, you're about to turn the corner, you'll see us straight ahead. We're right as soon as you turn the corner. Let's go. Bayou's gonna have a booth there. I know Disco.
Yeah,
he's gonna be
Disco's
there representing drafters. So it'll be a good time. I think we're gonna have some fun stuff. I'm gonna bring some. I got a bunch of new stickers that I'm getting made. Some die cut stickers, so they're really nice. I think I might have some shirts made, maybe some hats made. So if you want to come purchase some TSA stuff, we'll have that. I think we're gonna do some giveaway stuff. Surf Football said he's gonna be at booth 28. There you go. Surf Football is gonna be there as well.
Yeah. The thing is, you can meet anybody that's an OG that's there.
Okay.
Walk up to them and talk to them. So many people are afraid to talk to people they don't know. Fantasy football is a community of people that love to talk about football. I mean, you could talk about the old days. Bob Harris is there. Scott Ingle was there last year.
Yep.
Bob Lung, Scott Fish, all these guys were there. I was there. I thought nobody would remember me. Ingle shouted my name in the lobby that first night. And I had not seen Scott Ingle since 2010 when we were both awarded the Hall of Fame award in Vegas. That's the last time I had seen Scott Ingle before last year. So it was really good to see the King last year.
James says he's gonna bring loads of cases for sports cards. Scott the King. Hey man, I picked him up at the airport last year. It was an honor. We might have to put together to see if he wants to do Dethrone the King League again this year.
I'm not doing that again. I got smoked. I certainly didn't dethrone Scotty.
Hey, I beat him in our league. I took first in our league. And then I think Tip took second.
Well, I can't do that again. I can't lose to Tip. And those that don't know, Tip is my co-host on Thursday nights. So we're actually friends. He lives near where I live. And he filled in when my normal co-host had to drop out. So that was very nice.
Yeah.
Come on.
You are on the clock, Greg.
So,
I like the Tyler Lockett pick.
So this one is just in case I'm wrong. If it's not Christian Watson, I like Dontavian Wicks.
I think, if Watson's still injured again, like as I said, Wicks is the guy who kind of steps in and steps up. Like he's a touchdown guy, big time.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is kind of out here. Trey Benson, Blake Corum, Chase Brown, Austin Eckler still available. Kendre Miller, Gus Edwards, no. Zeke Elliott, I guess he's a starter.
Is he?
I mean, on paper. Dang, Jaden Daniels goes. That's who I was actually going to take next. But I guess it's not who I'm going to take next. So he waited a long time for quarterback, which is great. I mean, he did. I like that. I think that I shouldn't have taken Williams here. Probably grabbed another running back because I'm not excited about who's here at running back. I mean, right now you're taking guys who are all potential backups that have a huge opportunity to take the one. Who is going to be the one who goes out first? I think I'm going to take Trey Benson.
I think you should take the Dallas running back, the little guy.
No.
No. What? You don't like 165-pound running backs?
No, sir. So do we think that Austin Eckler is going to be anything this year, or is it going to be Brian Robinson?
I love Brian Robinson, but if Eckler is not done, he's got a lot of talent.
I'm going to take him just in case.
Jackass, I had him queued. Pardon the language. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's Raptors After Dark.
Yeah. No, I did have him queued. I saw him on a video. I think I told you this the other night on the show that he looks like a linebacker. That guy he's
Yeah,
buff.
he's always been like that. Like he's just
I
crazy
thought he
work.
was a small guy.
He's like small and stout. He's just like his workouts are crazy. Him and James Conner, man, those guys have the craziest workouts. Like James Conner, like he had the cancer scare, like he went through all that, and then like they had videos of him like out in the woods, like hucking huge logs over his head. Like you're like, dude, this guy's core is gotta be crazy. Like I
These
couldn't
guys,
imagine. Go ahead.
people don't realize what is that me up yet? Yep.
You're up.
So I want to thank you for not taking my boy.
I thought
I did have Eckler queued, but I also had Blake queued. And I know you know that I like Blake Corum.
Oh, I know you like Blake Corum. Everybody knows you like Blake Corum.
Yeah.
Blake Corum probably thinks he knows.
I like Eckler a lot. I really do. But I'm telling you, if you draft Kyron Williams, you should draft Blake Corum, especially in a best ball. There's just certain people you should handcuff.
I agree. Like with best ball, you can't go out and so are you in Dallas, Texas this year?
Am I in Texas?
Battle of the Sexes?
No, I've never been in.
Okay, so
I inquired about it.
This will be
I
my
asked
first
about
year.
it, but they needed women, not men. So
This will be my first year, and the cool thing about their league is midway through the season they have one waiver wire run, which is kind of cool. I like that for best ball. It's a smart idea.
well, I'm 3 away, and I've got 4 people queued, so I'm getting one of them.
So James said Corum or Vidal.
I like Corum better, but I like both of them, actually. The thing is, I think Vidal has an easier path to starting.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to be a run-heavy offense there.
Yeah. Well, not as much as you think, I think. Well, there goes one of mine. I did have Mike Williams up there, and he went away. So let's go with...
Jahan Dotson.
Nope, I went with Rashad Bateman. I like Zay Flowers
last night.
What's that?
Rashad Bateman, he's never going to be good.
Well, we'll see.
That. He showed up this night in our. We do cards, man, and we hit a K-sit last night.
Yeah.
Let me just do this real quick. Rashad Bateman. This is called a K-sit. It's called a zebra. Usually they look like this.
Okay.
Rashad Bateman, he is terrible. He's so bad.
Well, all he's got to do is this is best ball, 3-4 good games.
He's not even going to do that. I don't think he's going to do that for you.
Yeah, we'll see. That's you that beeped, right?
Yeah. Let's see. What week is my quarterback? 14. All right, let's go at this. Lamar Jackson, Tua. I get my stack with Jalen Waddle. Don't hate it. I wish there was a way to... Okay, there is. I do like that. That's cool for drafters. Good idea, drafters. I like that. A little plus and minus sign. You can move your players up or down, so you can have less room up or down on the board. I like that a lot. Good idea, drafters. We have 69 people here watching tonight. Appreciate everyone. Hop over to YouTube if you want to hop in the chat. We got a lot of people chiming in tonight, so we appreciate that. Love when the chat is hopping. Got my man, Greg Kellogg, a legend, Hall of Fame writer for Fantasy Sports Writers Association, inaugural Hall of Famer.
And James, you should know that Greg Kellogg is going to pick the Michigan man over the small school kid. He went to Troy, right, Vidal?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I'm trying to talk to you while you're picking to distract me.
Oh, you're fine.
No, I'm doing it on purpose, buddy.
All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go get Taysom.
Oh, man, he was on my list.
I got to do it just because it's best ball. I'm gonna tell you right now, he was awesome in Scott Fish last year. You had to
Yeah.
know when to start him, but when he hit, man, he was putting up huge points.
Yeah. Well, did you start him as a quarterback or a tight end?
That's the best thing, dude. You can put him in my super flex. Oh, it's not super. Yeah, it is. You can put him in your super flex. And I was like, and he's tight end, super tight end premium. I'm like, it is the best. But yeah, what really screwed me up last year was Nick Chubb.
Here's my hope and a prayer pick. I think big receiver with great speed, questionable quarterback.
Well, I mean, great talent too, right? But Brian Edwards also came out of South Carolina, and he was one of the best receivers to come out of that school, and was a bust.
Yeah, we'll see.
But also, you have two guys on your team right now that came out of South Carolina.
Yeah, who's the other one?
He's your first receiver, Deebo Samuel.
Oh, okay. Well, Deebo's certainly not a bust.
He's definitely not a bust, and he was good in college too. He was awesome with our team. But yeah, I mean, Xavier Legette, dude. I mean, he just, he's a one year extraordinary player. Basically, he took advantage of the wide receiver one going down on the team and really stepped up, and he was the only really target on the team. Spencer Rattler was just absolutely having to target him, especially with Rattler he was getting rushed constantly. We had probably one of the worst offensive lines in the SEC, which is not good to have when you play in the SEC.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's why I like Michigan so much. When they beat Alabama, they were essentially beating an NFL defense.
Yeah, I agree.
So
you beat Ohio too. I mean,
well, yeah, but we've done that 3 years in a row. That's getting to be old.
The Ohio State. We got to get some more sound clips.
There is another sniper. I have Luke Musgrave up.
I like Musgrave.
I do too. But I'm going to go after this pick with an injured player.
So I think I'm not sure. So last year, where I was at, it wasn't silent auctions. What we did is everyone bought raffle tickets. I can't remember what they're trying to do this year, because in Minnesota and Minneapolis they got Greg, or I can't remember his last name, but he's a great guy. He has put together a ton of donations that we've got. I actually went and picked up a bunch of them for them. So it's going to be interesting to see. I know they did raffle tickets, but I know some of them have been silent auctions. So I guess it just depends on the area.
We're doing silent auctions. They've even built the QC codes, QR codes, whatever they are, to submit your bids. So, and the bids go directly to Fantasy Cares. And then once you show that the Fantasy Cares receipt and you have the winning bid, you get it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do they only do it for a certain amount of time, or they wait till the bids stop?
I have no idea.
They should put a limit on it. I've got my receiver. I can't really queue people up because everyone can see my queue live. I think that's what kept having to buy you last queue. So this is the guy I'm going to go get. I think that you're right. And if you wanted to get a nice stack with having Kyler, you should have went with Michael Wilson. I think he's going to be a guy who is the beneficiary. I mean, it's going to be Marvin Harrison Jr., Trey McBride, because Trey McBride, if you go back and you look at Zach Ertz, when Zach Ertz was healthy and Kyler Murray were healthy together, Zach Ertz had over 100 targets in the season, which is crazy. So I could see Trey McBride getting a lot of targets, but I also see Michael Wilson. He's good. He's really good. I think he's going to be somebody who steps up. He's going to be that third, or technically second receiver, but third guy they target on the team. All right, let's see what we got here left. What is left here? What do we need on this team?
I'm going to look at my build too.
Now we got to just find kind of some fun upside players.
Well, do you know how you're building?
I'm going very receiver heavy.
Well, okay. So with me, I tend to go 3, 6, 3. That's 12. 3, 6, 8, 3. I go 8 receivers, 6 running backs, 3 quarterbacks, and 3 tight ends. And I'm at 2-5-5-2.
So right now I'm at 2-4-7-2. So I think I need to grab another running back. I'm probably gonna wait till almost the end to grab another. If I grab a third quarterback, same thing with tight end. I'll find somebody really late, but I'm probably now gonna smash running back.
You're not going to be surprised by my third quarterback choice.
Oh, JJ McCarthy.
Oh, yeah. He's got the best receivers of all the quarterbacks left.
Yeah, that's true, but it just really
and I
depends
took
on
Hawkinson, so I've got the stack if he plays. When Hawkinson gets on the field, of course.
Oh, I think James was asking if at the expo. I'm not sure if they're doing a silent auction at the expo.
I don't think so because the expo is not part of Fantasy Cares. It's just the Scott Fishbowl stuff. But for Scott Fishbowl, Scott will be there. The silent auctions are basically at the live drafts. And you can go to a live draft. You just have to know when it is because it's free entry for anybody that wants to go to the live draft. You just can't draft unless you were already pre-selected to draft at the auction. Tip is actually drafting in Houston live.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna be drafting live in Minneapolis, so I'm stoked for that. Rachel Tootsie, she does the
Tootsie Pop. Yeah.
She'll be there. So that's always sweet.
I think Kate, Michelle, and Casey are all in Houston.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
I know Kate and Casey are. I'm not sure if Michelle is.
It's a good group of women right there.
Very knowledgeable. Oh, I'm up. Let's go this way.
You distracted yourself.
I did. I almost timed out. I hate timing out. Even with the 30-second clock, I hate timing out.
Yeah, James, my first year, I literally just went out and scoped it out. Just met people. That's the first time I met Iggy. And then year 2, Iggy and I kind of just rolled in with TSA being like brand new. And basically it was like our network year. And that's where we met Greg Kellogg. And
Mace Riney.
Yeah, Mace. Awesome. I love Mace so much. He's such a good guy.
Yeah, but like many people, he overcommitted. He was doing content creation and he was doing our show, and he just couldn't do both. And his wife asked him to step back. So Mace thought I'd be upset with him because I paid for him to go to. I paid his ticket into the expo. I did not pay for his airline or his lodging. He did that himself. But he's a good guy, and he introduced me to Joe Bond from Fantasy Six Pack. I've never met Joe before. So, it was worth it. I mean, at the time, if you're going to go to the expo, plan ahead because the ticket was $75 when I bought mine, and it's $95 now. Now that's for 3 days, and it includes all the events. So I guess I can go to the Friday night party too if I want to. There's no extra money if you paid for the 3 days, I think.
Sir Football, hey, if you want to draft live if anybody wants to draft live at the expo, actually, let me get my picks in here real quick. But if anybody wants to draft at the expo, I'm going to throw in Clyde Edwards-Helaire here just because there's an opportunity for him to step in now that Jerick McKinnon, one of my favorite players of all time, has stepped away from the team. So I like that pick. So if anybody wants to draft live with me and Gina Noble, Draft Night Out. So Draft Night Out is on Saturdays. They do the King Classic in the morning, and then Draft Night Out is like in the evening kind of. But it's literally a bunch of live drafts, and you're playing. It's a fun league. I think it's like $45, I think, to play. But IBT Media, if you go to their website, and look for their draft night out stuff. If you really want to get into it, Gina and I, we're trying to fill the league because we want to get our league filled. And if you hop into our league, I'll bring you a free sticker. We're playing in the Randy Moss division, and I'll bring you a free sticker of the Randy Moss shirt stuff that I make. So I'll bring you a free sticker. But yeah, I'll let you know if you want to get into that league. We want to fill it, so just shoot me a DM and I can get you the information. It's $45. Basically, you'd be playing for a Randy Moss jersey. I think they're doing jerseys again this year. They did last year. I almost won a Dobbs jersey. If I would have won it, I would have gave it. Oh, who was I playing in Dobbs? No, I was playing in last year. I think it was the Gonzalez League. The Dobbs one was Tyler's leagues. But yeah, if anybody wants to hop into a live draft league with me and Gina Noble, let me know and I can get you the information.
Are they drafting at the expo?
Yeah, it's at the expo. There's a bar that's right behind the field. That's where they do it at. It was fun last year. I drafted with really fun people. Let's see here. Oh, my guy talking about A.T. Perry, man. I might have to go get him real quick. He's sitting there. I like him a lot. Jalen Tolbert's another guy who could be fun. I'm going to go get my guy, A.T. Perry. He's another guy that I really, really like. So him last year, I think he's going to be one of those guys like you want a guy who's just going to have a couple huge big weeks. He's that guy. All right, who we got here left at tight end?
Nobody.
Oh, Theo Johnson's just sitting here. I'll take him. I'll take Theo Johnson here. There's an opportunity for him to step in. I really like Danny Bellinger, though. Gina is super awesome, dude. I love her. Yeah, we are drafting live at the expo. It's called Draft Night Out. So if you want to... it's on Saturday evening. So, yeah, like I said, if you want to draft with me and Gina, shoot me a DM. I'll get you the information for you to sign up. I think it's $45. And I'll get you a free sticker.
Yeah, you said you're going to have stickers.
Yep, I got stickers made.
Thirsty Takedown stickers?
Yep, I got some coming, Greg. You and Tip, I'll send it as soon as they come. They're going to be here next Wednesday. So
are stickers better than business cards?
Oh, the stickers are just for fun. I want people because people love stickers. I know they do. I have tons. So I bring one every year. I bring my little cooler every year, and all over it I have stickers from everything I get from the expo. I put stickers all from that. These are nice die cut ones. They're not like round ones. I went and got specific die cut ones made. They're really nice. So we'll see how they turn out. Because I think if you paid for the whole weekend package, there'll be a sticker like this in there, die cut. It'll be this one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get those made. Yeah, James, it's fun. It's last year it was a blast. So like I said, if there's spots, I'm gonna look right now to see if the league still has spots, because I know it was full, and then a bunch of people jumped out to go to a different one, and then some people came, and then I know that Roxanne was going to be drafting with us, and I think that also Wendy was going to be drafting with us, but then they both got invited to the Queens Classic.
I'm going to make a pick in honor. I'm going to make a pick in honor of my boy Tip. The player I'm picking was one of his mystery players.
Wilson.
Johnny Wilson, Philadelphia, 6'7", 213-pound wide receiver. Now, he's not going to be on the field for two receiver sets, but and he plays out of the slot. A 6'7", 213-pound guy out of the slot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's the last pick in this draft, so
Who's left at quarterback? You're like, nobody.
there's got to be somebody.
Josh Dobbs. Not. Aiden O'Connell has potential to start. Jake Browning, if right now, if I'm the guy who has Joe Burrow, I'm definitely drafting Jake Browning. There goes Aiden O'Connell as I say his name. The guy I'm gonna pick is still here, so I think he's gonna get the opportunity to play. It's Sam Howell. You never know. I mean, it's probably a waste drafting 3 on the third quarterback with the quarterbacks that I have, but you legit never know. You could have somebody definitely go down. He said Wilson has no competition either. Yeah. All right, James. Yeah, send a DM. Sir Football said IBT media site says draft night out is 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. Sir Football, I think the booths. I don't know if you're running. I think Saturday booths aren't the Saturday booths the stuff for betting. I thought it was for betting was Saturday.
Half the day Saturday is dedicated to betting.
And then Sunday is the actual expo, right?
Yeah.
So, Sir Football, I don't know if the expo day for fantasy football stuff is Sunday, not Saturday. So just so you know that, because I'll be running a booth too, and I'm going to be drafting. So unless you're doing both days, I didn't know you could do your booth both days, but I definitely won't be doing that. I'm going to be enjoying myself for the first 2 nights because I'll be working on Sunday. So let's go through some of these drafts real quick.
Please do. I'm trying to find my pick.
I have it up here on the screen. Can you see it?
No, but you can read it to me.
All right. So you took Josh Allen, Kyler Murray, J.J. McCarthy as your quarterbacks.
Yep, I'm happy with that. All have different bye weeks. So basically, I have a lot of chances there for one of them to have a big day.
I do like your running back room. Bijan Robinson, Joe Mixon, Rashad White, and who are all very good running backs last year. Najee Harris has the opportunity to step up this year. Blake Corum, opportunity to step in. Dylan Laub.
You know why I chose Lobby? Is because somebody, again, I watch a lot of podcasts. Somebody that I know actually interviewed him at the combine and said he was a really nice guy and he's got great hands. So he's a receiving back. Now, I believe he's in Vegas, right?
He is in Vegas.
Isn't that James Conner's job?
No, Vegas is Zamir White. So
Zamir White. Okay. So Zamir White
Madison is sitting behind him and he's not good. So I
think Zamir White didn't show he was a great receiver last year.
True.
I did want Zamir White because he pounds and he'll get the goal line work. I figure get part of that running game anyway. Wide receivers is where I'm always weak. You can talk to Disco. I'm always weak at wide receiver. But I took one early this year.
Debo. So, I like Debo a lot. And then you went Tyler Lockett. I think that it's almost every year, right? Or every time the alpha will fall off, right? We had an alpha fall off before Tyler Lockett. What the hell was his name?
DK Metcalf?
No, the alpha who was there in Seattle before that.
I don't remember. I'm old. I don't remember stuff that's 3 years old. But I can tell you this. Who led the league in pass attempts last year? Sam Howell. Who's the backup in Seattle?
That's why I picked Sam, dude. That's why I picked him. I'm hoping that he
replaces Geno.
I like the stack. We did it the other night when we were doing, I can't remember if it was Scott. No, when we were doing Iggy's League maybe, or Scott Fish. I think it might have been Scott Fish one. And I did a build where I took DK and I grabbed Geno late because I can get a quarterback really late. And I took Sam Howell really late. You never know. If Howell steps in,
one of those two is going to start for sure.
Look out if they start. Or look out if he starts. I mean,
so who are my other receivers?
You got Lockett, Dontavian Wicks, Rashad Bateman, which is the one pick I don't like in your whole everything. But Xavier Leggett, Zay Jones, Devon Baker, and
yeah, Zay Jones will be the number 2 out there. So
that's what you think. I think it's Wilson.
yeah, we'll see. Mike Wilson.
And then you went Dalton Kincaid and TJ Hawkinson, which I absolutely love. Grabbing Hawkinson late.
Didn't I get a third tight end? I thought I got a third.
Maybe scroll up.
Yeah.
Greg Dulcich. If he's healthy, man, it's
Well, I
crazy.
wanted Gesicki, but somebody stole him from me.
Dulcich was so fun to watch when he played. He was, man, he had
Doesn't he have really long hair too?
Yeah,
Sticks out the back.
long curly hair.
Yeah.
Super fun to watch. Yeah, Sam Howell. I think he's going to be great. All right, let's see. Let's jump into somebody else's real quick.
Let's look at yours.
As I say, we can grab Duarte's too. Yeah, so mine, I went Lamar Jackson, Tua Tagovailoa, Sam Howell in the last pick. So I like it. You know, both guys that can run. Tua probably not as much anymore because they don't want him to get hurt. His head.
They don't want another concussion.
Yeah, you don't want that. I like both of these quarterbacks. I get the stack here with Jalen Waddle with Tua and a stack with Mark Andrews. My running back room is something that I'm kind of questioning a little bit, but I ended up getting, Austin Eckler later. But Alvin Kamara, Tony Pollard, Trey Benson. If James Conner goes down, Trey Benson easily steps in. Austin Eckler, which I think him late, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire late, really, really late too. I've just been grabbing him late. You never know. Like we saw him year one was great. He just couldn't. I mean, they were like, all right, we're just gonna get another guy, Pacheco, and he stepped in and he did really well. But Roshan Johnson was the other guy I kind of grabbed there. I don't know what's gonna happen there.
Yeah, you're too close to Chicago.
I don't think anybody really knows what's gonna happen there.
DeAndre Swift is going to get 60 to 65% of the touches in that backfield. That's what's going to happen. And then the Khalil Herbert and Roshan are going to split.
I don't think it really matters. I think the defense is going to be on the field 60% of the time, 65% of the time.
I do too. I'm not a big Caleb Williams believer. Not because I don't think he's talented. I do. And they did put good players around him. But the NFL game is so different, it takes a while to adjust.
I think there's also a reason why no quarterback in Chicago history has broken 4,000 yards.
Well, they don't throw enough, and it's the Windy City. It's hard to throw in November in Chicago.
So let's see here. My wide receiver room, though, I actually really do like CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Waddle, DK Metcalf is literally how I started my draft. That's super strong. Brian Thomas, I'm very, very high on him. I think he's going to step in. He's stepping into a really good situation. I think that we see Trevor Lawrence step up a little bit this year. Jameson Williams is somebody who I'm not high on, but this is best ball. If he does show out like some people are thinking he does,
well, he's going to score some touch. He's going to score some long touchdowns.
That's why I picked him. Same reason why I picked A.T. Perry. He has those big boom weeks.
Yeah.
And there are more targets now. Michael Thomas is gone.
But you didn't get any tight ends.
Mark Andrews and Taysom Hill. And
Mark Andrews always injured. Taysom Hill, quarterback. Next.
Hey, best ball. Let's see. I probably should have went likely with Mark Andrews being there, but I don't know. I think I did it.
That probably would have been a good late pick. Isaiah Likely, yeah.
I don't hate it. It's going to be really fun to see where these, end up at the end of the year. I did some underdog stuff last year, and I ended up finishing in, taking first place in a couple of the smaller. I think it was like they would do like best ball tournaments that were like 50 people or something like that, and I took first in a couple. So I wasn't too mad at it.
I mean, okay, you gamble. You put money out and you win money. Do you track your winnings and losses?
So I did not last year. I started a little bit this year. So far for golf, I'm 1 for 2. And this week I tried something different. I wanted to try GPP, which I haven't done yet. I like playing in those 3-person drafts for golf because I think I'm going to keep jumping into those. The first week I missed by one golfer. I mispicked a golfer who I was high on, and I thought I could wait on him, and he ended up getting drafted right ahead of me, and that was Jason Dochambeau, who ended up winning the tournament, and that's why I lost. But I had like everybody in top 5 to 10, and I ended up finishing in second. But I'm gonna keep doing that, getting in with golf. I want to get into starting to track my stuff for once football starts. I'll be tracking my bets for football, but
you have to for taxes anyway.
Yeah,
you have to for taxes. But I'm a believer in if you're going to talk about what you're doing to other people as an idea that they should do it, you saw what I did with Studs to Sit. Every week I gave an update on how we did and how we done for the year. We're going to have 2 segments like that this year. We're going to have Studs to Sit, and we're going to have Sleepers to start. Guys that are outside the top 12 or 24 that we figure will finish inside the top 12 or 24 for that week. We're going to track it all. Now, if people are giving you advice, it can be the best advice in the world. But if they're not tracking it, what I've seen in this industry is that people will tout that one great call they make, the guy that came out of nowhere, but they won't tell you the 20 bad calls they make.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I believe in accountability. And I think that if you're going to give your advice, you should be accountable for it. And so I would love to see you have as part of your show, this is how much we've invested in the bets, and this is how much we've made, win or lose. I mean, for one thing, being accountable publicly forces you to study it a little bit more because you don't want to lose.
I think that a lot of these like drafters and all the other DFS platforms, I believe that they track them for you right on there. Let's see here. It literally, if I go in here, I know on my phone, it'll tell you how much you've invested already on the site this year.
And how much you've won?
Yep. And then how much, I believe it shows you that. But
what I'm saying is you should put it into your podcast.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really with best ball because we haven't really, you won't know until the end.
No, but we can say what place we're in each week in the best balls.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. We will definitely be doing that. And I do try to come on and talk about when we do our Drafters After Dark. I always talk about where I'm at as of day 2 of golf because, Friday is day 2 of golf.
Yeah. I just think that's fair. I think that's
for sure.
That's how you gain credibility. And for those of you guys that are listening, if you have your own shows, Disco, I'm talking to you. Bayou, I'm talking to you. Tell people how you're doing. If you're gambling money, tell them how you're doing. And if you're not doing very good, you probably shouldn't be gambling the money because you're giving it away.
So it does show you here. So like this is my history. You can see over here.
So I can't read it. It's too small for me.
So this is the 2 that I've played in so far. I played in the U.S. Open. Let's see if you go here.
How much money does it cost to get in one of those leagues? Is it a $5 league? Is it a $3 league?
So the GPP one is $5.50. Those are the ones that I play in.
Okay.
They have a $27.50 league, but I play the $5 ones.
So you're in the $5.50. So that's what, $16.50 that you've invested. How much have you won? So far in golf I've invested $33 and I took home $60 last week, so I'm up 27. 27?
Yep. And then this week I put
in almost doubling your money.
Yeah, last week I jumped into a $22 one. Like I said, I like to play in the 3-person tournaments. I'm going to start. I wanted to see this week. Okay, what do I look like when I'm playing in a GPP tournament? Because they are small right now, and GPP, is basically like a big tournament. You still only draft against, like in this one's, you only draft against 4 people, so you build your team against 4 people. But it's this one had over 148 people in the tournament, so you still want to be like when you're playing in the smaller ones. When it's only like a 3 people you're drafting against, right? And that's it. And that's all you're playing against. You want to build the strongest team. When you're playing GPP, you want to have those upside players. Like, you don't want to be the same as everybody else. You want to have a nice.
You want to differentiate. Yeah.
Yep. You want to have a couple of nice, strong guys at the top, and then find some players you think, hey, these are going to be some guys that might be outliers that have had. So with golf, you want to look at definitely course history, guys that play good on these style of courses. If they're either good at putting or if they're good at, hitting or
and hitting
driving,
fairway accuracy, things like that.
Sure.
Hey, listen, before everybody goes, we should look at Duarte's.
We'll pop up Duarte's team. Let me get back into that real quick. Let me go to.
Sorry, I took you off base. But we want to look at Duarte's because he drafted.
This one right here. View the draft. I do like that you can go in and pop in and go back and look. So here's Duarte's team. He went with a 3-6-8-3. That's what you do, right?
Yeah, it's usually what I do, yes.
So he went, I love his stack. CJ Stroud, Tank Dell stack. That's a beautiful stack to have there. So he got CJ Stroud, Jared Goff, Russell Wilson.
How are the bye weeks on those 3?
14, 5, and 9. Yeah, they're all different.
Good.
He got Breece Hall, Jahmyr Gibbs. He stole your Jahmyr Gibbs. Aaron Jones. So they're all starting running backs there. He's got 3 starters. Aaron Jones has a little bit of health issues, which is fine. When he's starting, he'll be explosive. Devin Singletary.
He's starting right now.
Yep.
Singletary starting right now. So that's 4.
He took Tyron Tracy right behind him, though. So he took somebody.
I like Tracy. I do.
And then Deuce Vaughn. Deuce.
He took the 165-pound back.
Yeah.
The one I was trying to get you to take.
Yep. You probably talked him into it.
That's okay. I like Deuce Vaughn. He's just small. That's all.
Throw up the Deuce. And then he got Michael Pittman, Tank Dell, which
Deuce Vaughn may be a great pick in Scott Fish if he returns kicks.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Now, right now, they've got a kid named Turpin that returns punts and kicks.
Oh, yeah.
But with the new kickoff rules, if they ever put Deuce Vaughn back there, he could be scary good.
Let's go. Did I tell you that Mike Clay? So I was listening to the CBS podcast. I like listening to them in the morning. They're very good. But they were talking about Mike Clay. Mike Clay basically went in and he put in the returner. So he does returner stuff. And he put all the information in for Scott Fish. And you want to know who the number 2 overall finishing player will end up being? So Christian McCaffrey was
not going to be Shaheed, even if he put him in.
Marvin Mims.
Marvin Mims. And it may be. It may very well be.
And he's going in like the 11th to the 13th round.
That would explain, because Mike has a great reputation. Yeah. Mike actually came on our show because I've known Mike for years. But Mike actually puts a lot of work into this, and there's a reason he's at ESPN, because he didn't start at ESPN. He moved over there. But Mike Clay is a good guy, and he's very knowledgeable, and I don't doubt that Marvin Mims, this new rule, you realize the biggest impact of this new rule, besides the fact that you can't really fair catch it, they're trying to make you return it, is that the kicking team cannot leave the 35 until the ball is either caught or hits the ground.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's a 20-yard head start for kickers.
So much fun.
Oh, who are the wide receivers?
Michael Pittman. I like Tank Dell a lot. I mean, CJ Stroud had handpicked him. Josh Palmer, which I like. He's started to creep way up in the ADP, which kind of sucks. But Darnell Mooney is somebody that I really love getting late.
I had Mooney in my queue.
I love getting him late, man.
Number 2 with Kirk Cousins at quarterback. Yep.
Oh yeah. And we thought he was going to be talented when he came into the NFL. It's just like, he was stuck on the Bears.
I just went to Justin Fields. That's all.
Yeah. Donnie Mitchell, which a good situation. I like to see him show out this year. Troy Franklin, Jalen McMillan. I like the McMillan pick. He's somebody that I'm pretty high on. I think that he's the guy who steps in and fills in the shoes for Chris Godwin. But we'll see what happens this year. DJ Chark's the last pick for him there.
I like DJ. DJ played in Detroit last year, and he was better than people think.
Yeah, he is. All right, so his Then his tight ends were Evan Engram, which
Good pick. Yeah.
elite. Yep. A lot more targets, he's going to get probably because Calvin Ridley is gone. Cole Kmet, which I also like Cole Kmet a lot.
I don't like Kmet this year, and the reason being is rookie quarterback.
That's true. The talent is there, man. Cole Kmet was somebody that
Yes,
I really liked last year.
But there's a lot of mouths to feed in Chicago.
That's true. Jatavian Sanders is the last one. So
I like I think Jatavian Sanders may be, well, Ingram will be his top tight end, but I think Jatavian Sanders could be his second tight end.
Yeah, I like him. He steps into a situation
where draft.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch. It'll be fun to watch where this one ends at this year. So, yeah.
Do you know who Duarte 5656 is?
Yeah, he messaged me. Do you want me to get you his information? He's on Twitter.
No, just his name.
I think it's. Let me see. Let me look.
Because I think I drafted against him, and I think I know him, but I'm not sure.
Duarte, post your name in here real quick if you want to. Because I know he hit me up in here. Let me look.
He may be gone because he said good show, guys. So he may have
Oscar. His name's Oscar.
Yeah. Okay. It's not who I thought then.
Yeah, Oscar. Yeah, he's a good dude.
I think Bob Lung actually used a Duarte in a draft that we did. Bob Lung was on with Disco and I. I don't know if Disco's still here, but I think Bob may have used, or Duarte actually drafted with Bob, Disco, and I in the $15 one. So
yeah, I definitely could see that happening.
That was a good show. That was a good show.
I'm glad, man. Disco's a good guy, and I'm glad that you guys got to hop on with him. You and Bob Long got to hop on him with the first show. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Great draft. I was gonna get into 2, but I think I'm gonna pop off and get some sleep. I think I do have to work in the morning, so
Everybody, happy Independence Day. Stay safe.
Tomorrow night, Drafters After Dark. I'm gonna be getting into a $15 million. This is the $1.3 million. So
with Peter, right? With Pete.
Yeah, Pete will be
my
on
good
with me
friend
tomorrow.
Pedro. My good friend Pedro.
I don't know. Iggy said he might pop on too, so we might have 3 people on with us. But if you want to come draft this tomorrow night, same time as tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern time, Drafters After Dark with your boy Chase C. We're gonna have some fun Friday nights. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me and Greg tonight. It's 77 people. We talk about Pete, and Pete rolls in. That's all right. We're gonna be Pete will be with me tomorrow night, so we'll have some fun. We got the 77 viewers tonight, so I'm happy about that. I just posted this, 45 minutes before I went live, so appreciate everyone hopping on with us tonight.
I'm waving goodbye. You can't see it, but I'm waving goodbye.
Waving. He's giving you the wavesies. Love you all. Appreciate everyone hanging out with us tonight. Happy 4th of July. Be safe. Be smart. Don't drink and drive. We're out of here. Bye.